Hey, welcome back to Skinny Scatter. Today we're taking a look at my top 10 favorite blasters that I own. Let's get started. When I first started my channel, if you told me that someday I would have 1,000 subscribers, I wouldn't believe you. It's hard to believe that at the time of filming this video, I have almost 1,400 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you. I really appreciate it. To celebrate, as I said, we're taking a look at my top 10 favorite blasters that I own. So without further ado, let's take a look. Starting off with blaster number 10, which is probably not what you expected, we have the N-Strike Elite Delta Trooper. Now the reason why this has made my top 10, even though it's not very good of a blaster, is because that it holds a special place in my heart. This blaster was the first blaster that I received as a child, and for that reason, it's on my top 10. This particular Delta Trooper is not the original one that I had as a kid. That one is long gone, but this is an unmodded one that I happened to thrift. So let's go ahead and take some shots with it. As you can see, not very much power, not really hitting my net there very hard, but definitely a fun little toy, and I really like it. At number 9, I decided to go with something just a little bit rarer, which is the N-Strike Whiteout Long Strike. This particular color is the rarest version of this blaster, and I think it looks super cool. This particular blaster is also rare because it has the sight with both of the pieces, which is extraordinarily hard to find. But let's take some shots with it. Again, not very powerful of a blaster, but super cool and super rare. At number 8, we have the first modded blaster in this lineup, and that is the Humble Alpha Trooper. This blaster has been around for ages. Lots of people have them, and they're renowned for their easy moddability and great for HVZ games. This particular one just has a basic upgrade spring in it and only hits about 80-85 FPS. But it does have a couple cool features on it, such as the custom painted modulus stock and the 3D printed barrel attachment. Today we have some Adventure Force waffles loaded in a Worker 22. At number 7, we have the Recon CS6 from the N-Strike line. We have a little bit of a tie here. Although I do have all of the color variations of this blaster, these two are my favorite, and I can't decide between the two of them. So let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I'd be curious to know. These two particular blasters here are the two rarest out of the color versions. The left is the Crimson/Red Strike series, and was only sold at Walmart for one day, and that was Black Friday of 2009. And on the right, we have the gear up version, which in some ways is more common, but it's considered to be rarer than the Crimson version, just because it wasn't sold in the United States. So getting a hold of it here is much harder. Another cool thing about the gear up version here that I have is that it's complete, and I have the original box for it, which only adds to how much of a financial disaster it was when I wanted to buy it. Speaking of expensive, this is probably the most valuable blaster that I own. But talk is cheap, and this blaster is expensive, so let's get to shooting. At number 6, we have the only 3D printed blaster on this list, and currently the only one that I own. This is the Silly's Lever Action Blaster, or the Slab. It's a lever action short dart blaster that packs a serious punch. Another cool thing about this one is I put this paracord wrap on it when I made it so that I'm not grinding my knuckles into bare plastic. It's very uncomfortable. Let's get to shooting. Slam fire. At number 5, we have the N-Strike Mega Megalodon. This particular blaster I really like because it can hold 20 mega darts in such a small package, and it also has slam fires. At number 4, we have the Nexus Pro X. Now this is on my list just because it is the most accurate blaster that I have ever shot. I've shot a lot of my blasters, I've shot a lot of other people's blasters, and by far this one just takes the cake for the most accurate. And it blows my mind because you can go to Walmart and pick this up off a shelf and start firing accurately without any modifications whatsoever. I'm not really going to be able to do this thing justice in this configuration that we have here to, you know, kind of showcase the accuracy, but you'll have to take my word for it. At number 3, we're in the top 3 now, we have the Raven. These two are my particular favorites. The one on the left is the rarest version, which is the Raven Stinger. I believe it was a Sam's Club exclusive. I could be wrong on that, but it's definitely very rare. I currently have 2 of them. One of them's up on eBay, so if you're interested in picking one of those up, I have one at a very reasonable price on eBay right now. And the one on the right is my one that I've modded to take in games. It has, I believe, a daybreak cage and wheels in it, and then it can also shoot full-length and half-length darts. It has a hybrid pusher. Couple of 3D printed parts on there, magazine release is extended, and overall just a really fun package, so we'll go ahead and shoot that one. Something I forgot to mention is this one has a voltage meter on the side here that I installed. There's a little button under here, and when you press it, it gives you a voltage readout. At number 2, we have something that you may not have even seen before or heard about. This is a remote control Nerf gun that has a built-in camera. This is the Terra Scout. This is the Recon version, which is the kind of second re-release version that came with a drum mag and this all-black kind of camouflage configuration. I do have the drum mag for it, but for the life of me, I cannot find it. It's buried in a bin somewhere among my other blasters. You'll have to excuse my super messy room at the moment, but it's kind of the best setup I have for it, so it's pretty cool to do donuts with it. I got a little 12-round magazine in there right now, but yes, it does come with the 35-round drum, the same kind you see in the Raider. But let me go ahead and kind of aim it over here, and we'll shoot a little bit. And finally, at number 1, we have something truly special. This is my custom-built Select Fire Strife. It has the ability to fire in single 3-round burst and full auto, and it can also shoot full-length or half-length darts with the use of an adapter. I don't even want to begin to think about how much time and money I have put into this build, but it is truly my favorite blaster to shoot just because it is so fun and so easy to run. But this is cool because it replaces the jam door here with a selector, so that's safe, single, burst, see if I can get it to focus, and auto. It also has a voltage readout. I'm not sure what that one is up there, but it also has an ammo counter, which is very, very cool. The thing is also fully modular, so if you wanted to run it more like an SMG, you take the barrel and the stock off, and now you have a really compact package. So we'll do a little bit of semi-auto and burst with short darts, and then we'll do a full auto mag dump with the full-length darts. Let's do a little bit of auto, and here we go. And just a reminder, that was 18 rounds. So those are my top 10 favorite blasters that I own. Let me know if any of these are in your top 10 lineup. And again, thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. Each and every one of you has contributed to that, and I hope you know that I am truly grateful for you. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye for now.